everyone, and welcome to week 34 of the DDP Yoga journey that we're on. It's been an interesting week. The exercises were a little shorter this week because it was Red Hot Core, which, as you know, is only roughly 13 minutes. So what I was doing, as I mentioned on last week's video, was normally I do the yoga first, then the bespoke workout. But as the tail end of the bespoke workout is a lot of on the floor crunches, and Red Hot Core is essentially all on the floor crunches, instead of doing one or the other, I incorporated them into one big session. So I did the bespoke workout, the main body of that first. When it got time to go onto the crunches, dropped down, did the Red Hot Core session, and then to finish off the bespoke workout, there was some push-ups and the knee lifts, and that worked really well. I was very happy with how that progressed. So this is because on the spreadsheet that's over there, I'm looking at it just now, the schedule for this is the third tab of the spreadsheet, which I'm quite chuffed with as well. It's supposed to revert back to the bespoke workout and the same sessions we've done before. So it's breathing next week, which obviously is a very short, simple workout. It's only a couple of minutes long. However, I've made an executive decision that we are going to shift up a little bit more, and what we're actually going to do is an entire month starting from Monday, instead of going to the bespoke workout and to breathing, we're going to simply go to the bespoke workout with the Red Hot Core mixed in. That's going to be the standard for the bespoke workout going forward, and we're going to be doing stand-up, and we're going to try that as a single unit for 4 full weeks for a month. From Monday for the next 4 weeks is going to be stand-up, bespoke workout, Red Hot Core every day, 5 days of the week, Monday through Friday, for the next 4 weeks. I'm going to see how that goes, because stand-up's my favourite of the DDP Yoga exercises. Red Hot Core can just be thrown in at any point. It's so short, but it's intense, and the bespoke workout's been ramped up a little bit as I got new weights. As I mentioned, I mentioned this last week, or maybe the week before as well. Got new weights, dumbbells for my birthday. They're heavier than what I was using for the bespoke workout, so that has ramped that up a little bit as well. Weight wise, we've basically stayed the same. When I weighed myself today, it was 275.5. Last week it was 275.2, so it's 0.3 of a pound of a difference, which is nothing really. I actually expected it to go up a bit more than that because I had a big weekend watching NXT TakeOver. I kind of had a junk food pig out on that, and I was expecting the weight increase to be a little more. I'm also not as disheartened as I have been before with weight, because I feel better, my clothes fit better. It's taking longer for me to get out of breath running or walking. Don't run that often, but walking is taking me longer to get out of breath further distance. So improvements are there. Even if the weight isn't coming off as quickly as I would like it to, then the rest of the presentation is still up there. The rest of the presentation is going as planned. So we'll see how the next 4 weeks, the next month, ramping it up comes into play. This week was really good. This week went well. When you do if you've never done it, when you do the Red Hot Core sessions, you really do feel it in your core. It's a really great workout for isolating your abdominals. It works more than just your abdominals, obviously, but the way that the exercises are designed and the way you position your body and your breathing and everything else, it maximizes this area, it maximizes the abdominals for that, and it really does go for it. It really does concentrate, and you feel intense tightness in the best way possible in your abdominals. By the time you finish that exercise, and I say the whole video is only 12, well, the whole exercise, including the cool down, which we didn't do because obviously we were cooling down from the bespoke workout, is 12 and a half minutes long. So I did it for probably about 11 minutes for that reason. Some of the exercises I'm not there yet. The rolling and dead bug is always fun. The batwing, pulling the legs out thing, I'm not quite there yet. I can grip my toes and get my feet off the ground, so there has been an advancement with that, but the whole pulling the legs open thing isn't happening at this point in time, with my issues with my hips, which I have gone into detail in videos before. That may never happen, but that's okay. We're getting closer to what my peak may be in regards to that. Everything else went really well, so I'm looking forward to jumping into the deep end next week. As it relates to non-yoga things, Joshua was here just for last night. He's got a thing. It's his uncle's birthday. His uncle's only a couple of years older than him, but it's his uncle's birthday, and they were going on it's a speedboat ride. It's a very, very fast speedboat ride. It's excursion trips, people go out on it, have fun. So he was doing that today. Haven't heard from him yet as to how it went, so I'll probably be getting some messages just like after I've finished filming this video. But he was excited for it. We also watched Terminator Salvation, which is chronicled previously as well, where he's old enough now, we're catching him up. I'm going to do what I did with his older brother Richard and start introducing him to the classics now that he's old enough. So we're going to ramp through the Terminator movies. We've got Genesis next weekend, and then when Dark Fate comes out on digital media, we'll watch that as well. He really enjoyed Salvation. When I spoke to him afterwards, I asked him to rank the movies where he would put them, and he had this as his third favourite above the first one. He had 2 and 3 as his favourites, then 4, and then the Terminator at the bottom of that list. Now, he stressed that he loves all 4 movies. It's like, no matter how good a series of something is, one of them has to be the bottom, regardless. Like if you said Terminator 1, Terminator 2, if you only pick between them two, what's the better movie? One of them has to be the bottom of that list. So he stressed that he really enjoyed all the movies, he loves all the movies, but that's the order he would put them in. And he's watching them in quick succession. We obviously had nostalgia to build on. When Terminator 1 and then Terminator 2 come out, we had the nostalgia of Terminator, the first one being a made movie, and all the hype for Terminator 2 with it being the most expensive movie ever made at the time, these new special effects. We then had 12 years between Terminator 2 and Terminator 3, so there was a lot of hype for that one, and it was the nostalgia, and Terminator 2 is still an amazing movie, but the nostalgia for that was maybe a bit too much for Terminator 3 to cope with, because Terminator 3, watching it again, I really enjoyed the movie again. Seeing Skynet become self-aware and actually go online was cool. Seeing the first hunter-killers come online and start massacring humans was cool. Ending it with the nuclear explosions of Judgment Day and the good guys lost was pretty damn awesome and brave as well. And then Terminator Salvation being the first one not to involve any time travel, going back in time. Also, it's all set, it's the future war that we wanted from the original movies. So the whole, it'd be great if they did a sequel where it was a future war, and they did it. Some of it doesn't make sense, but then a lot of Terminator movies, if you look at them, and anything with time travel becomes paradoxical by its very nature anyway. But not Terminator Salvation. I really enjoyed watching it again as well. Whizzed by. So it's Genesis next weekend. We'll see how he takes that one. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm finding it interesting because he's watching them very quickly one after the other. He's not getting the chance to be nostalgic for the previous movies. So he's not having his judgment clouded like I did and many others did due to our advanced age of having seen the movies when they came out. It's going to be similar to like kids being born today who will be able to watch the entire Infinity Saga in the MCU in one big block, or again going back to Josh again, watching the Star Wars prequels without having the nostalgia baggage of the original trilogy, and then watching the sequel trilogy without having the baggage of nostalgia again. It's interesting to see how the younger generation reacted to these movies compared to ourselves. Going off on a tangent now, so we'll rein in the movie talk. Work-wise, work is going very well. We're getting towards the end of the month. There's a lot of pressure at work at the moment, but it's the good kind of pressure. It's the pressure I wanted and looked forward to when I was made a manager. I've also got my ILM course on Wednesday, so I have a day off work to go and do that. That I'm enjoying also. It's a good group of people, good tutor, course is going well. Also, flipping it back to movies a little bit, on Friday, I believe The Invisible Man comes out by Lee Whannell, who I've adored pretty much everything he's been involved with. Saw, Upgrade, such a great movie. So I'm looking forward to going and seeing The Invisible Man. The trailer for that looks phenomenal. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to go and check it out. Although you're probably watching this on YouTube, you can just type Invisible Man, find it. And that's what next week's going to have for me. It's basically work, edit stuff, go and watch a movie, and then watch Genesis with Joshua next weekend as well. So thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video with me. Stay tuned, there is going to be a few unboxing videos. I did mention there was going to be a bit of everything video of me putting together an Avengers collage. I bought the frame and ordered some prints for it. However, when the prints arrived, I got 3 Thors and was missing a Captain Man. Was missing a Captain America and an Iron Man. So I contacted Photobox, who, to their credit, came back to me almost immediately and apologised for the error, asked me to put the items into my basket, which I did, to leave it there. They will then apply a credit to the account, and once the credit has been applied, I can get my other prints for free. So the replacement prints will be on their way. I've only finalised that order today, so that video is coming. I've also got a few other items that I purchased over the last couple of days to unbox. There is a Walking Dead with build a diorama thing for the governor's office. I'm going to do a video of me building that. That's not so much an unboxing video. And if you can remember the Slam Masters figures that I got, which was Triple H and Steve Austin in the little quarter of a wrestling ring, like that. Zavi had a special one where you could buy 5 of them for £15. So I got that, they've arrived. Got them with the Walking Dead diorama thing. So the 5 figures, one of them is Triple H, so I've got a duplicate of that, so I'll take that out, which means I'll be unboxing 4 figures, and if I'm unboxing 4 figures, that means I have 4 corners of a wrestling ring, and that means I can actually do the display as I always hope to do. It also means now I have 1 3/4 rings, so I need to go online and find 1 more figure to complete another ring. That shouldn't be too hard. We'll do that through the course of the week, see what we can find. Any suggestions down below? I've already thanked you, so I'll thank you again. Please like and share the video. Leave some comments down below. Any questions, any comments, any queries, any pieces of advice, all welcome. And I will see you on the next video in 7 days' time. Have a great weekend.